Recently, I was out in beautiful, sunny Texas riding the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. I've never really been all that into cruisers. I've never understood the appeal, so getting on one that was smaller and had less power just seemed like a recipe for me being unimpressed. And yet, the Super Meteor 650 is so good that it almost sold me on cruisers. See, when you look at a Harley-Davidson, you look at an Indian Scout, they look enormous, they look heavy, they look unwieldy. As a city-dwelling millennial, that's not something I want. But the Super Meteor feels more compact. It feels so nimble when you're riding it through city streets. It wants to carve corners. It wants to hang out in the twisties. It's better handling than I ever would have expected from a cruiser. Now, the engine plays an interesting middle ground. It's the same 650 that we've seen in the Continental GT and the INT 650, sort of the first of Enfield's modern crop of engines. And in those bikes, it was a blast. I've ridden the Continental GT and had a ton of fun with it. But even there, it always strikes you as torque forward. Here, that is perfect for the character of the bike. With a cruiser, you want a motor that brings its power in low, something you don't have to wring out. This is an issue that you run into with bikes like the Kawasaki Eliminator that competes with the Super Meteor in price, but doesn't have that same feel to it. The Super Meteor feels authentic. It feels like it has that sort of cruiser heritage that you want. The Super Meteor 650 is priced to be affordable, priced to be accessible, and designed to be approachable. Cruisers have low seat heights. They have comfortable rider triangles that don't have you hunched over like a sport bike. When you sit down in a chair and put your feet out in front of you and hold your hands on imaginary handlebars, that's a cruiser rider triangle you're replicating. And the Super Meteor 650 is one of the best ways to get that feeling in an accessible bike. It's not so heavy that you can't wheel it around a parking lot or a garage. It's not so powerful that newbies will be scared off. It's not so expensive that it is such an incredible investment. And you don't have to walk into a Harley dealership and have the sales guy tell you, "Nah, that's a chick bike. You don't want that one. You want this one that costs twice as much." Royal Enfield isn't about that. They want to share the fun of motorcycling. I can't think of a better reason to build a bike.